We're an awful lot more ready than we used to be because, in a sense, the weather has forced us to be. We've practiced, or we've more than practiced. Well, there is a very good framework now in this country for managing severe weather events. It's up to the local authorities in the first instance, because they're the people with, if you like, the boots on the ground, the staff, the equipment and so on, to actually go out and, if you like, shore up rivers or whatever has to be done. And then what the National Coordination Committee does is, let's say there's a very difficulty, as there was, say, last February with the big storm in Kilkenny, and Kilkenny suddenly found itself with lots of trees down and lots of roads blocked and so on. Now, if Kilkenny, with it in its own resources, is not really capable of dealing with that problem efficiently, then they might bring in resources from Wexford or from Tipperary or from Wicklow or whatever. So that's what the National Coordination Committee is really about, or bring in the army.
Kilkenny pressed the red button that they declared an emergency. Yeah. What was that term?
There isn't really a formality about it, but they said, yes, we're in a major emergency.
Okay.
The Kilkenny County Manager then brings all the major emergency players. That would be the Health Service Executive, the HSE, the Gardaí, the local authorities and whoever else, the army, so on, in the locality. They have an established emergency response office, if you like, which they go to, where they have all the communications. Obviously, it's what happens on the ground that's most important. It's the coordination of what happens on the ground that's next most important, which is what's done then in this emergency centre, this local emergency centre. And then if the problem is such that it's too great for them to handle with their resources, it goes to the national level to, if you like, bring more resources in and focus them on the problem.
And obviously, as part of this committee, you have people from if any reporter has been down to that room, we'll see there's officials from the Department of Finance, Department of Transport, as head the Coast Guard. When you're meeting and you're holding these meetings over several days, it seems you're kind of in that bunker there in the Department of Agriculture. What sort of contact do you have with the relevant ministers and even the Taoiseach when things get really bad?
We'd have quite a lot of contact. Usually the ministers, the senior ministers responsible, who would be the Minister for the Environment, the Minister for Transport, if it's a transport related thing like it was during volcanic ash, perhaps the Minister for Health, whichever, would be in and out getting briefings. Occasionally, some of us, myself included, would have been taken across into government buildings to brief the Cabinet at the Cabinet Office if it's a significant situation like that, or brief the Taoiseach in his office. And that's all happened in the past, so that, if you like, the information flows through to the political system. Though, by and large, the politicians don't get involved in the day-to-day operation of it. That's done at a kind of a civil service level. Yeah. It's the agencies coming together and coordinating. But it's important to have them all there, because for most events, particularly severe weather events, there's knock-on effects for all of them. So if it's severe winter, then agriculture are going to be concerned about animal welfare. Obviously, health are going to be concerned about people's welfare. Transport may be affected, so that brings in transport. If there's money to be got to alleviate that, that means finance have to be in the room. So it's bringing all the groups together so that we can kind of engineer the best possible solution within the resources available.
And were you, well, not literally camped out, but were you based there for days at a time?
I keep telling the people there I need a hammock there sometimes. Yeah. In that particular time in 2010, I think I was there every day for 20-something days, right. Either myself or a colleague. In fact, almost 30 days, right up to and including Christmas Eve. I know we wrapped up on Christmas Eve at about 2 o'clock and went home, and the mild weather came, I think, on St. Stephen's Day.